So central bank policies and reports from the Fed have been playing a huge pivotal role in the volatility within the crypto markets. Before getting news on what the actual inflation rate numbers for this year of 2021 was going to look like, we were seeing the market pulling back across all equities. Crypto, stocks, you name it, everything was going down. So just a few days later, what we're noticing is that the price discount that took into effect based on looming inflation rates that could have been higher than projected, looks like it was oversold. Yesterday and a few days ago, we did start to see a bit of recovery in the market, and now we are getting that healthy correction pullback just to be expected as well. So in this video, we're going to be going over some major headlines with regards to the crypto markets. We're also going to be talking about some major altcoins that I'm going to be on the lookout for and some of my expectations and predictions coming up for the month of January. Wait, it's February. I'm tripping. February. Before we do get started with this video, just want to give you guys a little intro and everything that's been going on with this YouTube channel. I was in Canada over this past weekend in Banff. It was beautiful. It was negative 15 degrees, so it was very cold as well. I was there alongside 6 to 8 other creators, which some of them were YouTube channels competing for $10,000. I let our Discord channel know that if we did win that competition, that we would be seeing some bread. I can't announce who the winners were until the video actually comes out, but all I can say is I'm just excited. With that being said, I have not been able to upload a market update this week just because we've been going through some major revamps within our Discord servers. So on the back end of things, I've been spending a lot more time within my community, and what we're going through right now is what I call the Discord revamp 3.0, and we actually have a 5-stage upgrade that we're looking to take place just so we can be just so we can accomplish that goal for this year of being one of the largest helpful communities in the crypto scene. If you guys do want to be a part of the community and join and check out some of the stuff that we got going on as well, don't forget to check out the links down below in the description if you're looking for that type of thing. Now, before we get started with this episode, like the usual, if you guys do appreciate these updates and the content that we got coming out, do me a favor and drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys have not done so already. With that being said, let's hop into the computer and see what is going on in the market for today. All right, so first things first, let's start with this. The global crypto market cap for today is sitting at $2.03 trillion. It's down about 2.82% over the last day. We're seeing an increase in volume, though, on a day like this today, with Bitcoin actually down about 2.78%, with major altcoins still reflecting the amount of loss that we've seen with Bitcoin as well. With that being said, there are a few exceptions. Dogecoin is up 3 to 4% today. Near Protocol is up still 21% in the week. Actually flipped to 22% just now. We are also seeing some other additional altcoins like Monero up 12% today, and Harmony One still up 12% for the week. Now, Harmony One has been continuing to pump up, not being able to break those previous all-time highs, but this right here was another crypto that I made a larger purchase in and an alert within our group. So if you're wondering why a cryptocurrency like Harmony One is doing so well in the last 7 days, first of all, if you don't know what Harmony One is, this is actually just focused on interoperability. So this is just talking about how blockchains can communicate with one another. Right now, it's just a contest. It's like, man, everyone is team Ethereum, team Solana, team AVAX, all these different layer 1 solutions. But if we have a cryptocurrency where they can actually mix, go back and forth, where on OpenSea, if you use Ethereum, you could still transfer that over for Solana. Finding those solutions where they can be more cross-chain compatible, I think is going to be a huge, huge winner for this year. Going into DApp Radar, if we take a look at some of the protocols listed on Harmony One, you'll notice that even in the last 7 days, aside from DeFi Kingdom, which is still doing fairly well as a project itself with some of the upgrades that they've made just this week, we're actually seeing all around the board different protocols, especially in the DeFi space, gaining a tremendous amount of users. Alongside that, you'll see ViperSwap, Unite Finance, Sushi, Mars Colony up 360% in its user base, NFT Key Marketplace, Loot Swap. Euphoria is down, but still seeing more green otherwise. Aside from today, where altcoins are still going down, mainly because Bitcoin is having that pullback. If we were in a traditional bull market like we've experienced twice this year, when altcoins are going parabolic, it's easy to actually catch that wave when we go into the TVL and see how much money is getting locked within their protocols. If you guys were watching some of my crypto news updates earlier this year, or you're following along in my Discord channel, you guys know that we caught this AVAX pump very early before it started to even hit that 3-digit number. And that's just because we were able to go into these different apps and see how much money is getting loaded in. Whenever whenever you get more TVL, more money going into these protocols. Now, what we're seeing as an example for AVAX, that TVL is still rather high and we're not seeing it dump off completely. Now, the same thing may not be said for things like Solana. We're seeing money getting liquidated off Solana's protocols as well, where even just a few days ago, it was at 11.55 billion and now we're seeing it down to 9.5 billion. With that being said, all around the market, we're still seeing extreme fear. And if you've been waiting to enter different positions, it looks like right now we're still seeing that opportunity exist now. My forecast leading into the end of the month and even finishing out Q1 is just going to be seeing a market that is within a solid range. This looks to be at about 38,000 to the high of 43,000. When we broke out of those resistance levels and came out of this channel, we saw the entire altcoin season starting to stir up as well. Since the start of this new year, we have been seeing the market taking a tumble, Bitcoin continuing to struggle, but we did get a little bit of hope when we saw that bump come back up. Depends on who you're talking to, what the crowd is, if they are more bullish or bearish on the market. But when we are getting more negative sentiment and you're hearing that it's the end of crypto, this is not it, usually that is the indicator when you want to consider averaging back into those investments. Look, guys, on this channel, I like to keep things easy. Crypto is volatile. That is clear. Bitcoin has had some pumps. Yes, if we look in the all-time, we are still seeing extreme amount of green, but we are still entering new territory that we have not experienced before in the past. Now, using my secret wizard powers of my amazing in-depth expert level technical analysis, Bitcoin had its big run up. It rallied up, going to $60,000. I remember we had so many new investors here during this time. It dumped, the market went down, people panic sold, but quickly, just by holding this, even for a few months, going into Q4, we saw that explosion come right back up. Now, we do have to be realistic though on like everything going on in the market. If Bitcoin does continue to slide, the question is how much more could it go? This is why even on this channel, we focus on taking profits whenever you see extreme green in the market, which was this whole era right here. Now, although we're seeing volatility happen amongst a graph like this, I can assure you that even within my own crypto portfolio, we're not seeing the volatility reflect this. And that's because when you are investing into crypto, it's important to diversify. And most of you guys probably have more than just one Bitcoin. You probably have other protocols. You have other cryptocurrencies in your portfolio. And if we take a look at just Bitcoin, yes, it looks grim. But if we take a look at any other cryptocurrency on the market, let's take Solana just as an example and just see how much growth that we've had in this 1 year. Now, in the off chance that Bitcoin hypothetically stays within its channel, it is always just chilling around $40,000 to $43,000 no matter what's going on in the markets. I can expect to see other protocols, other altcoins still doing very well. Going into the top 24 hours, we're going to be seeing all these astronomical growths with a lot of these tiny market cap coins. Look at this one, 208,000. That's low. By the way, if you're using coinmarketcap.com, something that we often use on our channel, about 3 days ago, they came out with this kind of annoying update where instead of filtering out the top mid caps and high caps of the 24-hour percent increases, they actually set a new rule where it shows every single altcoin listed on the market. So if we're trying to look at the top 24% increasers, we're going to have to pick a filter or do this a different way because now they made this update and we're seeing a lot of Dogwater Dookie coins that are doing well, but that is just really not worth talking about. Usually when they jump and they have prices like this, just look at some of these. This just doesn't even look normal at all. These type of graphs right here. So we go into the top dumpers. We're going to be seeing a lot of that too with some of these tiny market cap coins where they're so small, they're not even registering within this site. For newer investors, it is easy to get attracted to a lot of these smaller projects, but you have to know even by trying to get into these smaller projects, you're often going to have to wrap your token, download another sketchy exchange, use a VPN, go through some hoops. You can still find yourself making good profit, good money by just looking at mid caps and high caps on the market. Taking a look at this cryptocurrency Terra Luna, yes, it hurts. It hurts when you see that this crypto just a year ago was still under $1 and it almost hit $100 just a few weeks back. Now, with that being said, it doesn't mean it's too late. We've seen a lot of these altcoins still popping off within the last year, and that does not mean there is still not more room to grow. Taking a look at the history of Bitcoin, just everything that we've been experiencing within this roller coaster ride, this 2022 year has definitely started out pretty slow. Bitcoin has been sliding down, and even right here, there is a report that bears are aggressive. drizzle in. So you're going to be seeing over on crypto Twitter, you're going to be seeing in different communities, just the bearish mindset. But I hope you guys are making sure that you stay on top of your emotions. Now, even though you may be seeing more negative sentiment in the news with regards to the market, you're hearing people saying it's done for. This is exactly what we heard last time before Bitcoin started to rally again. If you are a newer investor into the scene, these really should be the most exciting times for you. A lot of the profits are going to be made in times of extreme greed. And when you do think that the market is finished, it's going to go down. Clearly, when we're holding support levels of above $40,000 and whales coming in to swoop it in with all of their buy limit orders already in place, waiting for the next time Bitcoin falls below a certain threshold, you got to realize that it's going to take a lot of pressure for these cryptocurrencies to continue to go down. And it's going to be very, very difficult with the amount of people onboarding and still getting the hang of the entire crypto market. In addition to that, I do believe that there is pretty strong correlation between the interest over time. So I like to use Google Trends just to see what within crypto may be popping. As you can see, Bitcoin, it's coming out of its hole since the start of this year. A little bit more interest is coming back. I think that's just because at the beginning of the year, everyone's focused on starting their New Year resolution, getting back into the gyms, having their financial goals. And just because crypto was going down into the start of the new year, it might have deterred a solid amount of people. So I'm just going to put in here crypto just to see what's going on. Crypto right here, obviously at its peak was back during the summer. We got so many new users, like I mentioned earlier in this video. And then we also saw the interest coming back up when crypto was rallying again. Now, with something like Google Trends, it is kind of like the chicken and the egg. Obviously, if crypto goes up, we should see the search term and the interest going up as well too. But it's okay. What I'm going to say is okay to ride the momentum. It's okay if you don't time the bottom perfectly, but just make sure that you are prepared. If you do have positions that you are loading up now, if we do happen to get another huge peak, another interest leading into the summer, or maybe if it starts just a few months earlier, are you going to be ready? Are you going to be ready for the next metaverse tokens popping off? Are you going to be ready for those layer 1 protocols? Are you going to be ready for the crypto games that may lift off? Right now, even if the overall crypto market seems rather flat, I can tell you this, even in other departments and other industries, look, NFTs, they are going up. People are making absolute killings from NFTs. And I know people who are getting into crypto, usually the next step at that point is to learn about NFTs and figure out how to trade it. With crypto, it's usually pretty easy. You buy, you sell, you connect your bank account, and you try to make those swing trades, time that market top. When it comes to NFTs, it takes a little bit more work. You got to know the project. You got to see the community. You got to then go on OpenSea or Magic of Eden. You got to, whatever you're using, whatever platform you're using, you then have to do additional research, connect a wallet, make sure you transfer it over. So there are steps. But when we're seeing the interest of this continuing to go up, obviously, even within the general crypto market, there is still huge opportunity where you can earn money. If Bitcoin wants to stay acting up and it doesn't want to break out of its zone like we want it to, obviously, we're still going to find different ways to monetize ourselves, continue to make money this year. And wherever that's going to be, that is where your focus should stay. Obviously, with that being said, I don't think crypto is going to be flat. I think if we took a look at this video that we're watching today on YouTube right here, if I played it 1 year from now, the market is going to still be in a much higher place than now. We're not going to be under $2 trillion. Now, I could always be wrong. No one actually knows what's going on in the market. I could draw as many lines as I want. At the end of the day, what I focus is on this: fundamentals, utility, and the trends. Where are people going to stick to and find the most amount of value? Say inflation continues to go up, interest rates go back up, we're in a completely different climate a year from now. Maybe the pandemic really dies down over the summer because everyone got sick and no one else can get sick. Maybe we're in a completely different scene. With the possibility of that being a potential future, I just believe strongly in the developments, in the confidence, in celebrities, in groups, in everyone still uniting together and pouring their heart out and learning more about Web3 development, the crypto market, metaverse, and expanding in this zone here. With that being said, Altcoin season indicator is at a 69 right now, an incredible number to reflect exactly what we're seeing in the market over the last 90 days. Obviously, with the amount of red we're seeing in the market, we are still having some strong greens. 3 months of amazing performance. We're seeing a 76, a higher number than the current altcoin season indicator that's showing us the 90 days. And even in the last 1 month, there are still many cryptos that are outperforming Bitcoin by a significant amount. Just to give you guys, though, a reality check on what's going on in the market, we are still under that 20-day moving average, and we are significantly under the 50-day moving average. Seeing Bitcoin is still at $42,000. Now, taking a look at some Bitcoin margin data just within the last 24 hours, you'll notice that with the price of Bitcoin going down, we did get some more additional longs getting liquidated while shorts are continuing to build up. If I do pull this out to the last 7 days, though, a lot more interesting data because Bitcoin was going back up. It looks like shorts are continuing to pile on. The benefit of seeing more and more short positions is that if we do get any type of additional spike in the market or Bitcoin just has a random pop, maybe a few whales say, hey, maybe it's time we re-enter the market now that we're getting some confirmation from the Feds and central bank policies. Let's go in. Oftentimes, we then see a mini gamma squeeze happening within Bitcoin, pretty much where short positions are getting liquidated, thus forcing and driving up the price of Bitcoin in the short term much higher as well. Now, a lot of that is not guaranteed, and things are still looking a little bit more red just because we aren't getting that many long positions added right now. It's actually down 0.3% while we are still seeing those shorts getting added up at the moment. For me, the big moves that I'm making in this market is I do have a watch list of cryptocurrencies. If they continue to fall, specifically some altcoins within the mid cap and high cap range, that's when I'm going to continue to average in my investment because my portfolio, even with the bumpiness that we've been experiencing in the last 1 year, it is still green. We've said this time and time again, but for any of our newer viewers, I love to say this phrase because it is truly, truly powerful. Timing the market versus time in the market. Timing the market is going to be difficult and you're not going to get it down every single time. But if you're able to have time in the market, if you've been invested into any one of these altcoins within the last few years, there's a good percentage chance that you're still up a significant amount on that investment. Yes, it is clear Bitcoin is still having a large impact and influence over different altcoins listed in the market, but I do believe we are still always going to get those winners. Don't forget, when the entire market was tanking during the end of the summer, we saw other cryptos like Axie Infinity riding up and crushing it. Axie Infinity was one of the first crypto gaming tokens to really place itself out on the board, and I do believe that momentum just started to continue carrying it up, especially when we got a lot of good news about just how beneficial the utility was in the real world. Now, as I take a look at a lot of these cryptocurrencies listed in the top 100, we're still getting that same buying opportunity that you may have felt like you missed out on just a few weeks back. I do believe long-term the crypto play is still here. We just need to see what's going to happen in the world with regards to regulations and bans. So something I wanted to mention in this video is also just talking about Kosovo's Bitcoin miner ban. So Kosovo is actually another country that had free electricity. There's one individual, his code name is Dragon, and he said that he was making 2,000 euros or $2,200 a month mining cryptocurrency. Countries like this, especially within Europe, when they see the opportunities of free money coming into their people, oftentimes there is regulation that is created. That's not to say they just don't want their people to make money, but it's oftentimes if the government can't find a way to monetize certain things, like as an example, within the US, everything is taxed. Every income, every piece of value you provide, oftentimes there is something you have to do, which is pay taxes. You have to pay taxes to the government. Otherwise, they will find you and they will hunt you down. A country like Kosovo, they do a little bit more than that though. They even had some police coming in and raiding Bitcoin mining machines. Now, people are associating even just a story like this to the price of Bitcoin going down. I do need to reiterate, when we talk about Bitcoin mining, we also have to talk about hash rates. If you don't know what that is, mining hash rate is just a key security metric. The more hashing computing power is in the network, the greater its security and its overall resistance to attack. Although Bitcoin's exact hashing power is unknown, it's possible to estimate it from the number of blocks being mined and the current block difficulty. So this is another example of the chicken and the egg. If the hash rate goes down, does Bitcoin go down, or does Bitcoin go down and the hash rate goes down? I think news impacts what happens in the crypto markets more than things like Bitcoin miners getting banned. Bitcoin is still going to continue to get mined. We're still seeing volatility within the hash rates. If we go into 30 days, we're seeing up, down, but this may even be reflecting just what we're seeing with price targets of Bitcoin itself. What I do, on the other hand, like to look at is the network difficulty and things like the miners' revenue. So even within the last 1 year, the difficulty measure has been going up. Miner revenue has been rather stagnant. If we go into the last 30 days though, still a lot of volatility here. Here are just some of the thoughts that I have. I do think NFTs are going to act more of a stable coin. I know that many people assume that once interest rates are returning back, we get that tapering coming in within the economy. A lot of these speculative markets, which NFT and crypto would be considered as, would go down. We would see that major correction, but I'm more on the bullish case. So this is up to you to decide. As an investor, this is where you make those bets. Are you going to hedge against the market, or are you going to double down on your belief? For me, I do believe that crypto is going to continue to go up. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before in the past, but I've also been right. I listen to my elbow. I listen to the weenus, and sometimes my weenus is a good luck charm. It tells me what's going on. I think just by doing the right amount of research, if we do happen to see Bitcoin continue to slide more, we're going to see clear opportunities within altcoins rising up. It may not pop instantly. It may have to take 6 months, maybe even a longer time than that. But I do believe when we do start seeing that spark or even that momentum happening anytime soon, that is when we're going to be seeing a lot more millionaires being made. Some final points and key lessons. Don't be afraid to dip your toes into new markets. It is okay to start doing that research when that hype isn't at an all-time high. And if you guys were interested in metaverse, plug yourself in. Do that research now. If it's early right now and you're not seeing too many people in, that may be an even larger bet and opportunity for you. All right, so that is going to be the crypto update for today. I have no idea what the title of this video is going to be. I may clickbait just a little bit, so please forgive me if it was a little clickbaity. I probably won't. Maybe will. It depends. Those vlogs that I recorded like 6 months ago, they're not slapping like I thought they would. So we gotta ramp it up on this channel. But guys, just a simple conclusion. Yeah, I've been taking a look at my portfolio. On some of those red days, I was down even more than $80,000 in single days. But you know, I waited out just a day or two, took a look at it, and recovery. Back to where I was, even in the volatile market it is. Buy up those dips. Don't get emotional. Don't panic sell, and make sure that you're part of a good community. It does not have to be mine. It could be any other community that exists, but be surrounded by like-minded individuals. Be surrounded by investors. So for the secret code word for this video, if you guys are watching this all the way till the end, comment down below elbow if you're watching this here. By the way, if you comment down something, I do see a lot of your comments. We're probably going to get a lot of WhatsApp, fake Instagram people, fake YouTube accounts impersonating me. So just be careful of that if you do get a notification after you comment. Don't forget to check out the links down below in the description. If you guys are looking for other exchanges, I do have special promotional offers for you guys and just for our viewers of this channel. If you are looking to sign up for things like a VPN, I have partnered up with Surfshark, listed down below in the description for that. If you guys also want to follow me over on Instagram, seeing what I'm up to on a day-to-day basis, go ahead and shoot me a follow there, listed down below in the description, or it's also just credit Brian. Like I mentioned earlier, like I mentioned in a lot of videos, there are a ton of people impersonating me. So when you follow me, they're going to follow you and try to scam you, try to trick you, and try to steal your money. So just be careful of that. I've been trying to get verified. A lot of you guys are like, why aren't you verified yet? I've been trying. I'm verified on YouTube, but nowhere else. Just they haven't been accepting it. I've been trying though. Now, with all that being said, thank you all so much again for watching today's video, and have an amazing day. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace. We actually have a 5-stage upgrade that we're looking to take place just so we can be